Hello everybody, I'm coming on here today and I want to show you what I've been doing. I've tried to film earlier, so I hope I'm talking loud enough, but I've had so many things going on today it's not funny, and my battery's probably getting low and I keep getting a thing for an update, but I'm going to try to do a little bit of a craft with you. It's been a very stressful time for me, my daughter. I'll share with you a little bit about what's going on there, and it's she's having this right here keeps me busy, plus my own medical problems. But anyhow, what is happening with her is that she's got psychiatric problems. All of a sudden, we don't know if it's being caused from the medication that they have put her on or what, but it's sounds like she's got a delusional paranoia. She has 3 little girls that their dad has them, and she's not around them right this second. They've decided that it would be better. She's not hurting them. She's a really good mom. That's not the reason why, but she just sees things, not sees things, she just imagines things that are not real, and I really think it's this new medication they put her on for adult ADHD. She's a beautiful girl. She has a lot of talent, and she teaches ballet and tap to younger children. But yeah, she has some issues, and I love her, and I'm worried about her, and all the prayers is really helpful. I'm hoping that it is just the drugs that they have put her on that have caused her to go just be not thinking right. So she's 200 miles away in Indianapolis, and they have a court. She has to go to something tomorrow to just establish what I guess is going to happen. My brother's there, and that's the only family she really has there. The rest of them are back here. And so anyhow, enough with that. Let's get on with what I'm doing here. Also say some prayers for me for my health issues. I have some digestive issues that are horrible. A lot of it is stress. Actually, I did not know that I could have these kind of issues, and I have a doctor's appointment coming up for my cancer check, and make sure that it's not come back in about 3 weeks. So that's something that's on my mind all the time. And all this stuff that I do on YouTube, I want to thank all you, because it's a way for me to have an outlet, so I'm not sitting around dwelling on things all the time like I do. But anyhow, today I wanted to show you what I was working on. I'm working on this wreath now. Earlier I actually did this with you guys, and then the update on my phone and my iPad came through, and it wouldn't leave me alone. It kept coming down and kept turning on and off, and it was horrible. So, and now my battery's getting low. My sister called, and she lives in California, and she's a little concerned about the things that are going on. This thing is really getting broke. I'm gonna have to tape it or something. But I don't know what happened here. It's crazy. But anyhow, this is the 8-inch wreath, and I'm making a fall wreath out of it. Now, what I did is I actually cut these little ribbons here just a little bit too short, so they're kind of hard to see. But I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to leave them like that. So you guys can do what you want to. You know, when you make these wreaths, these can be a bigger wreath, or it can be whatever. And but this is a fall wreath, and I'm doing this method because it just seems to be a little bit easier for me to do. Don't worry about these things here. I just cut them off, and you know, it is what it is. What I've done is I've cut these. You could use this if you want to. I use this mostly on the bigger mesh. I use scissors on the smaller mesh, and I have this ribbon that I'm using, and this ribbon. But like I said, I've cut it too short, And I would have, if to do over it again, and I'm not going to because I don't want to waste it, cut it longer. So anyhow, oh my gosh, I hope that isn't my mate. Okay, he's not coming here. Anyhow, and your 8-inch, if you can find them. If not, you know, do the 14-inch or do whatever. It'll just take more mesh and more ribbon. Now, what I'm doing is adding your chenille stems. All this is from the Dollar Tree, except this pad, and this is not from the Dollar Tree, but the scissors, everything. I use these paperweights to hold my stuff down. I got all kinds of them around here that I buy at the Dollar Tree. I got this little guy over here that I use to set on my mesh while I cut it. And these are cut in 6-inch strips. I measure them 6 inches. And you just take them like this and you roll it up like this. If you can see it, it's rolling up like this. You see, just make a roll like that. You take that yellow, and then I'm going to take a brown, which, oh, I forgot to show you. I'm using this really pretty colored, tri-colored mesh too. Isn't that pretty? That's new this year, I think. And the gold or the yellow, whichever they want to call it. I think you could use it for either. And here's the brown. So we rolled it up, and we're going to take a brown, or I'm going to take a brown. You can go in any order you want to. There's no particular order that you have to go in. And you roll this up as good as you can, no big deal. And you make what they call bundles. And then I'm going to take one of the tri-colored ones, and I'm going to roll it up like this. And you just put them all three together, if you can see what I'm doing. Just put them all three together like that. And then I'm going to take a chenille stem, and it doesn't really matter which color it is. I mean, you can match them up, it's a lot better, but you know, in the long run, you're not going to see them. So on these, I'm going to cut. The other, if I use a bigger ring form, I don't like to cut them because they just seem to, you know, make them, makes it hard to get around the loops. This, I'm going to pull really tight around here, if you can see, put them together, and then around the back, I'm going to twist it and twist it shut. And then there you go. You have what they call a bundle. You could do 1, you could do 2, you could 3 or 4, as many as you want to put together and put on your ring. And then the next thing I do is, after I make my bundles and things like that, let's see, I've got one here that's got I think every 2 bundles I'm going to put this in. So we're not going to do this whole thing right here in front of the camera because it gets a little boring, and I got to fix this ring here. I don't know what happened. I can glue it, but happened to it. I'm going to take this, and there are, if you notice, there are three rings here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to tie it. I'm going to hook it to these bottom. This is the top. Let's say this is the top. This is the bottom. I'm going to tie it around these bottom 2 right here. Now, you could tie them around here if you want to, but I tie them around there. You could. It's all up to you. It's all you. You make that decision. Whatever you want to, what colors you want, what you want to put on your wreath, that's all up to you. And everybody is individual, and you can do what you want. So anyhow, we're going to put it on here. We're going to turn it over, and I'm going to slide it down, and I'm going to take this and just twist it as tight as I can get it right around the back here, if you can see what I'm doing, your chenille stem, and hook it onto those 2 bottom ones. And then you can either cut these off, but I'm just going to bend them right now so they won't scratch your door or wall or wherever you decide to put them. These little wreaths like this really look nice in a bathroom or a smaller room or a smaller area that you might have, maybe over your stove or something. Anyhow, that's that. That's one. And I'll show you how to put one together that has the ribbon. And like I said, now I've cut the ribbon, and it doesn't make any difference which order you go in with this. It's up to you. If you want to go into order, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I don't really, with these colors, it doesn't really matter. You can cut them all at once if you want. You can just make the bundles and then stick them on if you want. You can, it's all up to you. That's the fun of it. And it is time consuming somewhat, especially for a bigger wreath. And then don't worry about these things fray. And they're gonna fray, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. I don't care how much you pay for the mesh, they fray. And the more you touch them, the more they fray. So some people will put hairspray on them or put some sort of, I don't know, but I don't go that far. You know, I just don't try to touch it as little as possible. And you have the short one. Like I said, I don't use the short, I don't cut them when I use they seem hard to get on. So now I'm gonna take one of these ribbons here, this really pretty fall-like thing. And you can use as much ribbon as you want. You don't have to, but I would cut it bigger than I did. I really messed up doing what I did. And then you pinch these together like this, put it in here with your others, and pinch this other one together and put it in here, and take your chenille stem and do what you did with the last one, but this time you've put the ribbons in, so, or the ribbon in it. And like I said, I can't stress enough, I cut them too short, so, you know, they're gonna, I should have cut them longer. But shoulda, coulda, woulda. And anyhow, and then you just either can put a plain one on, or I think I'm just gonna put that on right now. Because that ribbon's not really showing up that well because I cut it too short. Meh. Oh well, anyhow, that is what I'm doing. And it keeps me busy. And it will you too. They're really easy to make. Once you start making them, boy, I'll tell you what, you can just start putting them out, and you can maybe sell them or whatever. Now, like I said, again, this ribbon's not showing up very well because I cut it, I should have cut it longer. And yeah, so, but that's okay. It's a little bit of pop of a color in there. And what you can do then when you're done with all of this is you can hot glue either some acorns or some leaves in here or some little pumpkins, around, and or maybe tie another bow or whatever, or you don't have to do anything because this is really actually pretty enough by itself. And you can go around here when you're done, just kind of trim it up and everything like that to make it look a little bit more professional. Nobody's really going to notice, I guess, unless they are some professional wreath maker from Michael's. But anyhow, that's the way I do it. And I'm doing it on the smaller one, which I'm going to have to fix this before I go any farther. But, for now, I just wanted to show you that I do crafts. And I'm not going to finish this whole wreath on the video for you. We'll come back tomorrow and do some more, or and show you what we're doing, and you can watch the progress along the way. But I just wanted to say hi and tell you that I am working on crafts and I am still around. I do try to put videos out as much as possible, and anyhow, and tell you that I'm thinking of you, and I want to thank you for subscribing to my channel. And if you like it, please share or tell your friends about it. And I don't just do this, I mostly do Dollar Tree hauls and Walmart, beauty boxes, and Target beauty boxes, and I also do dumpster diving when the time is, and we get lucky sometimes we aren't always lucky. And I do shout outs, and that I have to get to. Like I said, this week has been very, very, very stressful, and I haven't been doing much of anything. But anyhow, I will talk to you all later, and I hope you have a really good day. And we'll get back to this tomorrow. So, you know, if you want to get your ring out, and I don't know if I explained it good enough or if you could see it good enough. But as you can see, even if you just went the rest of the way around, didn't add anything else, and just put this up in your bathroom wall, it's a smaller one or whatever, you could put it on your door if you wanted to. But it would add a lot to, you know, your room. It'd be pretty. But like I said, you could put pumpkins, you could hot glue leaves, you know, fall leaves in there, and it would be pretty and everything. But we'll come back and we'll finish it, and I'll let you see it and decide what I'm going to do with it. In the meantime, I will talk to you all later, and you have a great day. Please hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share and comment. Tell me what you like and what you don't like. Okay. Thanks all. Bye.